Hi there, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Ready for some Pilates?
Yeah. Now,
Have,
what's it mean when you say it's power Pilates?
sorry, what does it mean? Like the
Yeah.
difference between regular Pilates and power?
Yeah.
Um, I would say it's maybe a little bit more focused on flowing movements as opposed to restorative movements. That's the only difference, but I offer lots of options too, so you can take it however you want.
Okay. Great.
Have you done Pilates before?
I've done a number of the classes that have been offered, but I
Oh,
don't think I've done yours, so I wasn't sure what the difference would be.
I think you'll find many similarities to some of the other instructors. A lot of the movements are quite similar. So, but yeah, if you have any questions throughout the class, feel free to pop a message in the chat, or we can chat after class as well.
Okay. I'm going to put it on my iPad as well, if I can get that going,
Okay, great.
because that's easier for me because the computer is up on the desk and it's easier when I'm on the ground to
Yeah, to see what's going on. I
right.
get it. There are a couple things we will need tonight. These are optional though. You don't absolutely need them. We can do everything without. Squish ball or pillow. Do you have one of these available?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. And then usually I recommend a set of light weights as well, but you don't have to use them either. It's only if you want to.
I have 3, 5, and 10.
Perfect. So I'd recommend going with the 3 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we'll just get started. We'll wait just a few more seconds here. See if anyone else comes in, and then we'll get started. Do you have any injuries, questions before we start?
I have a knee injury, so sometimes I have to be careful around that.
Okay.
But otherwise, I'm pretty good.
Okay, great. We will be on the mat for a little bit, so recommend, if you have any knee sensitivities or knee issues, just having a towel or something to just give you a little bit more cushioning under the knees.
Okay.
You know your body best though, so if something doesn't feel right or comfortable, stop. I can offer a modification as well if we have anything we're doing that is where we're on the knees for a long time, but I don't think there will be anything in a kneeling position for more than a little bit tonight.
Okay. Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, why don't we get started then? It's just after 6 here, so let's come. Oh, a couple more people just joined us. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to go through props for tonight, squishy ball or pillow, and then a set of light weights. These are 3 pounds, so 1 to 3 pounds is usually good. And we're gonna get started in a 4-point position on our mat tonight. It's just coming down, props are off to the side. Can everyone still hear me from my mat area? All right, I'm not hearing anything.
It's a bit faint.
It's a bit faint?
A bit, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn down the music a little bit so you can hear my voice better. All right, that should be good. All right, so we're gonna get started, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we'll just start by taking a few cat and cow flows. So arcing the spine, tucking chin to chest, and then pressing through the palms as we tilt the pelvis in the other direction. Good, arcing up, inhale, exhale. So I really want you to tune into the breath right now. And whatever your breath pattern is, be mindful of that. Make sure that you come back to it, especially if any move feels challenging. Come back to that breath. Beautiful. Let's go for 3. 2. And last one, coming back to a neutral spine. And then we're gonna walk the knees back a little bit more. So if you have any knee issues, knee sensitivity, you might wanna place a towel or something under your knees. We're coming in for a tricep push-up. So drawing elbows to our side body, coming down to a hover, pressing up, and then we press back. So we come into like a child's pose. Now, as we come up, we're gonna arc the spine, coming through a cat, tucking chin to chest, and then shoulders are coming back over the wrists. So we come down, press up, press back, flow through, ripple the spine. And I want you to take this at whatever pace is feeling good for you. Keeping those hands nice and wide. Good, remembering where the breath is. Nice, let's do 4 more. Good, for 3. Good, 2. And 1, coming back to our modified plank position. Hands are nice and wide. We're gonna tuck the toes here. We're gonna pop the knees off the mat, coming to our full plank. If you would like to stay in your modified plank and hold here, you can try that option. Otherwise, lifting the knees, tapping them down. Good, we lift and tap. Lift, tap. So keep going here. I want you to feel this whole section of abdominals. This is our powerhouse. From the bottom of our ribs to the top of our hips. This is the area we really want to engage. Okay, let's take 4. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna pike the hips up. Good, send the heels down. And then we're gonna take that flow again. So this is actually called an elephant. So we're gonna arc the spine, tucking chin to chest, and then coming into our plank, piking the hips up. Tucking chin to chest, and then sending the shoulders over the wrists. Good, pike it up. So we really want to think about mobilizing our spine. And let's do 3 more. Really rippling through the spine. Continuing that motion from our cat and cow flows. And this next one, hold here. We're going to transfer our weight onto our left leg. Lift the right up and down. Left and down. I want you to keep going like this, or you can modify by dropping those knees down, sending the leg back one at a time. Or you can take that full option. I will leave it up to you. Good. 3 more. Good, last one. Dropping the knees, tucking the toes, and pressing back, reaching the arms long. Maybe rocking side to side. And then we're going to come up and grab our props. And we're going to come into a seated position. So our ball is going to come between our knees. Weights are coming off to the side. We're going to roll all the way down on our back. Nice neutral spine. So when I say neutral spine, I don't want you to be imprinting the back and tilting the pelvis up like this. I want you to just have that small pocket of air underneath your back. I don't want the arc to be nice and big like this. Just natural, normal, whatever is feeling good for you. Taking the hands down to an A-frame, walking the feet in a little closer to the glutes. As we squeeze the ball, we lift the hips, lower down, and lift it up, and lower down. So I want you to feel those glute muscles engage as you lift. Hips are nice and even. If you want to advance this, grab onto your weights, lift the arms up. Can you squeeze that ball any harder with your legs to activate inner thighs? Nice, let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, still squeezing. And 1, this time we lift up. And we just squeeze the ball. So we're just pulsing in here. Still keeping the hips nice and lifted. Okay, let's go for 8. In 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the ball where it is. We're going to drop the arms down, so taking a chest press. And then as we lift the arms up over the shoulders, we're going to drop the hips halfway. So they're not touching the mat. We're just dropping to a hover. And then we lift, drop, and lift. So hands are tracking right over the shoulders. Are you feeling your butt yet? I know I am, which is a good sign that I'm activating all of those muscles. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, And one, holding the arms over the shoulders. We're gonna drop the right hip down and then lift it back up, left hip. So imagine you're rolling a marble across your belly, just dipping each hip one at a time. Good, let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly rolling down, keeping those arms down. And then we're gonna grab our ball from in between our knees and bring it between our hands. Now we're gonna lift the legs up one at a time to tabletop. So again, nice neutral pelvis. We're gonna squeeze the ball. So change the shape from a sphere to an oval. And we're gonna start by tapping right toe down and up, left and up. So in this position, we really want to keep that lower abdominal area really engaged. So that whole area where we would buckle up our seatbelt, you should feel that. Okay, can you squeeze that ball any more? 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, coming back into tabletop. We send the ball overhead to a hover. Good, and bring it back up right over the chest. Good, send it back, feel the shoulders engage, and lift it up. So you can either stay here or add on an opposite leg extension. So as I come back, I'm gonna extend my right leg, left leg stays in table, come up. Feel the body get longer. So pretend someone's pulling on your hands, pulling on your toe. Okay, let's go for 4. Nice, 2. And 1, holding here. We're gonna drop the feet. We're gonna tuck the chin to chest and come all the way up to a nice long spine. So notice how I'm nice and lifted out of my sits bones. I'm not in a C curve. I'm not hunching over like this. So I'm coming up nice and straight. Now I'm gonna come to a C curve. Tuck chin to chest, roll all the way down. I want you to feel each vertebrae touch the mat. As you unravel the spine, working the core, come down to where you started. Good, let's come up again. Nice straight spine. Good, roll down, articulate, and come back. Either stay here or add on with the arms. So we're gonna come all the way up, and then arms are gonna come overhead, and same thing. We tuck chin to chest, roll all the way down. Maybe making this movement a little faster if that's feeling good. Getting lots of ab work tonight. Let's go for 4. Good, 3. Reach those arms up. 2. And last one. And we're bringing the ball down in front of us. We're gonna hinge back. So hinging from the hips, so we're not coming into a C curve like this. We are keeping our spine straight and hinging back. From here, we twist to the left, through center, twist to the right. Good, twist and twist. I want you to keep pressing in on the ball, activating those pec muscles, getting a little bit of upper body work too. Because in Pilates, we like to get everything, all of those little muscles we don't know we had. Really twist, send your shoulders with you. 4 more. And 3. 2. And 1. Good, coming up, we're gonna come to a balanced position. So bringing the feet up if you're able to do that. If not, keep them on the mat. We're gonna flex the feet, tap your ball to the feet, and then we're gonna get nice and long, extending the legs. Good, so tap it in, get nice and long, point. Good, bring it in, and point. You can also just stay here, that is totally fine. Or you can hold this position, squeeze the ball with the hands. Whatever variation is feeling the best. And that changes day to day. Good. Let's go for 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. We're gonna hold here, reach those legs long, lift the arms so they're parallel with the legs, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Good, bend the knees. Place the bottoms of the feet together, fold forward, open the hips. Nice job. I just want you to hang out here for a second, really curling the spine, letting the hips open. You can press down on the legs, the inner thighs a little bit. Good. Okay, so from here, we're gonna take our legs nice and wide. So I like to say mat width, so my heels are just off the mat. I'm externally rotating my feet, so I'm opening from the hip. My feet are at about 45 degrees. From here, hands are coming behind me, like fingertips. I'm gonna turn towards the front, sweep my arm, and take a little side bend. Good, and then I'm gonna come back to that starting position and come to the other side. Getting a nice side stretch. You might move around a little bit here. I travel usually when I'm doing this. And reaching long from your fingertips. Go 1 more. And then coming to the front, we're gonna make our way down into a sideline position. Have one of your weights handy. So we're gonna leave the bottom leg bent. It's at about 90 degrees. We're coming down on our left arm or whatever side you were facing. From here, we lift the arm over the shoulder. We're gonna take it down in front of us like we're drawing a line. Bring it back up. And this whole time we're in side lying position. I want you to think about drawing up and away from the mat. So there's like that tiny little space I was talking about earlier. You don't want to be sinking in. We really want to keep that core engaged. Good. So if you play tennis, this is a really good exercise to keep your arms, your shoulders nice and strong. Really good for that shoulder mobilization. And we have 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna leave that arm out long in front of us. So shoulders are stacked. Arm is coming up from the shoulder line, little circles. So just stirring the bone in the socket and taking that motion the other way. Okay, let's switch directions for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other way again. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Taking that arm over the shoulder again. Now we're going to lift the leg up and tap. So the leg's coming to about hip height here. So nothing too crazy. And we still want to find length through our side body. And this time as we tap, we're going to take the arm over towards our ear. So there's still space between both my hands. And then as we lift, we're going to tap the weight to our thigh. Good, reaching long, lifting up. I'm gonna reach and lift. And if the arm is not feeling good, you can take fingertips in front of you. Just do that leg movement up and down to hip height. Just like that. Or you can get rid of your weight and do this whole thing with no weight. Awesome. Let's go for 4 more. And 3. Nice. 2 more. And 1. We're going to hold. So arm comes to leg. We're going to press our weight into our thigh and start a little pulse up an inch, down an inch. So we're pressing down. We have that added resistance and weight from our hand weight. Up an inch, down an inch. Feeling that side glute. Awesome. Now I want you to see if you can reach your toes even longer. So reach them away from the body. Let's go for 8. In 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sweeping that arm over the shoulder again. We're going to bend the leg in. So the knee's coming in nice and close to the body. And then we're pressing through the heel as we extend long. Good. Bring it in. And extend long. Awesome. Four more here. And 3. Pushing through the center of your heel. 2. And one, we're gonna hold, pressing through the heel. Can you lift the leg any higher, even if it's an inch? We're gonna hold here for 8. Reach long, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, everyone. Let's bring it in. Tap it out if you need to just get into those muscles. Good. And then we're gonna wrap our arm that's underneath us. It's coming around the body. We're coming into a little bit of a, I call these tricep push-ups, but they kind of are, they kind of aren't. You'll see what I mean in a second. We're taking our right hand and it's in line with our shoulder that's on the mat. You can leave the legs stacked or you can take them a little bit apart. That's the version I prefer. We're gonna use our body weight to press up, twist. So we're facing the mat here. We come all the way down, gently resting the body. Good. We lift up, twist, and come down. Kind of similar to that push-up motion we were taking earlier. Nice. Let's go for 3. 2. And 1. Okay, coming all the way down. And we're going to flip onto our back. From here, taking the legs up, right over the hip line. And we're just going to start by taking our hands by our side in an A-frame. We're flexing the feet, so really stretching at the calves and pointing. Good. Flex, point, flex, point, stretching behind the knees. As you flex, I want you to imagine that your feet are so flat that you're balancing a yoga block. And then articulating through all of those little muscles in our feet. As we come to a point. Okay, let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to reach up. We're going to take a hold of our right thigh, right calf. So we're wrapping our hands behind our calf. We're going to reach our left leg long, pointing both feet, coming into our single leg stretch. So we're pulling in, we're keeping the shoulders off the mat, and then we're switching as we scissor switch the legs. Good, so switch and switch. So as you draw the leg in, exhale and exhale. Maybe you want to take this a little faster. Good. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Good, tucking knees into chest, rolling down, placing the feet onto the mat, and then let's take a modified roll up, tucking chin to chest, coming all the way up, and then we're gonna come onto that other side. So whatever side you did not do on the first side, for me, that's the right. So I'm coming down onto my right side, I'm bending my bottom leg, so it's at 90 degrees, and I have one of my hand weights close by. I'm just starting with my leg resting on the mat, lifting my arm over the shoulder, starting by tracing a line down and back up. Good, so keeping the shoulders stacked. If you feel like you're rolling forward at all, I want you to make this movement smaller. Okay, let's go for 3, 2. And 1, coming all the way down. We're starting those little circles. Doesn't really matter what direction you do first. Keep the shoulders stacked. Try not to reach forward at all. And then other direction. And if you need to drop your weight, you can simply take it like this. If you have any shoulder issues. And other direction. Last one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweeping that arm over the shoulder again. We're going to start with our leg lift and tap. So lifting to hip height, we're feeling length all through the side body. Okay, and then we're going to add our arm. I'm just going to shift down a little bit. So reaching long and then tapping as we lift. I'm still too close to my chair. So still lifting the leg to hip height. And remember, you have your options. So getting rid of the weight or just doing a leg movement, taking fingertips in front of you. Really sweeping long for 4. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Holding here, pressing your weight into your thigh and opening your hand, little pulses up. And really press that weight in, keeping the hips stacked. Let's go for 8 and 6. Okay, we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna lift that arm overhead again. And then we're gonna take the knee into the chest, pressing through the heel, reach it long. Good, bring it in. And reach long. Awesome, pressing through that heel. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And we're gonna hold on this last one, get ready? Reach and hold, I know it doesn't seem like much. We're gonna reach that leg even higher. Feel those abductor muscles. Hold for 8. Can you lift any higher? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Bring everything down and we'll bring it in, tap it out. So from here, we're wrapping our bottom arm under our body. We're taking our hand to our shoulder and we're pressing up and away as we twist and press back down. Good. Good, 4 more. Three, keeping that elbow nice and close. I find these super challenging. Good, last one. Coming all the way down. And then just rolling over, bringing your knees under the hips. And we're gonna grab a hold of our ball again. So if you have knee issues, this is your time where you wanna grab a towel or fold your mat over. We're coming into a modified plank. So on our forearms to start, we're gonna come down onto our knees. And we're just gonna press in on that ball. So again, working the chest, the pecs a little bit more. If you want to advance this, you can tuck the toes, come up to your full plank. So you have lots of options. Nice work. Let's go for 8. Lifting the belly up, back ribs to the ceiling. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So now we're going to take our right arm and we're going to take our left arm. It's going to be under the ball. Left hand is under the ball. We're going to roll out to a T and back in. As we twist, we're going to come to kind of like a modified side plank. So we're rolling over and then we're coming up. Keeping that arm nice and straight. Good. 3 more. This one's really good for shoulder stability too. And 1. Okay, coming up, and I'm just going to flip over to the other side so you can see me a little better. So we're bringing our left forearm down, taking our ball under our right hand. We're coming out and all the way in as we twist up. Okay, coming out and rolling in. Nice, let's take 2 more. Beautiful. Bringing both knees down. And we're going to take that ball now. It's coming under our shin. So we're getting ready to come into a modified, forearm plank rollout. So I want you to just watch me first if you haven't done this one yet. So I'm starting with my feet up like this. My heels are lifted. I'm taking the ball right under my shins. And then I'm going to come forward. I'm placing my forearms down on the mat. So I want to make sure my shoulders are under, my elbows are under shoulders. Then I'm going to lift my knees up, roll the ball out, and then tuck in, and roll out, and tuck in. So join me whenever you're feeling ready. You can also just hold your plank, or you can take a modified plank with knees on the mat. Let's go for 3. 2. 1, hold. Bring it in, knees come down. Bring that ball up from under you. And we're just gonna press back onto the heels and come up to a standing position. So from here, we're gonna grab onto our weights. And we're gonna come to a standing position. Feet are wider than hips and shoulders. this. Toes are pointing forward and our weights are just coming down by our side. Palms are facing forward. We're taking a lateral lunge as we bicep curl. So we're sending the hips back like a squat. You want your toes to be in line, heels to be in line. And then as we come up, we're transferring the weight onto our left foot and we're tapping in. It's a nice big step and in. So elbows are glued to the side body. Nice. So if you want to advance this a little bit more, as you come up, you can take the toe into the knee like that. Nice. Let's go for 4 more. 3. Beautiful. 2. Last one. Good. We're going to hold low here. Bring the hands into the chest like this. We're going to twist toward our knee. You want to make sure knee is tracking over top of the toes. Then we twist and twist back to center. Good. 4 more. A little love for that spine. 2. And 1. And coming all the way up. We're going to do that whole thing on the other side now, so you know what to expect. So we're coming down, starting that bicep curl as we come up. Tap it in. So tap it in to start, and then if you want, you can add that lift. Send those hips back, just like a squat. Awesome, let's do 4 more. 3. And we're gonna hold on this next one. Down, bring the arms in. Make sure knee is tracking over top of the toes. We twist the body. And back to center. So you should be feeling a nice stretch in the inner thigh. Take the shoulders with you on the twist. Good, 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. Good, bring it up. And we're gonna do one more standing exercise for today. So grab your squish ball or your pillow. You actually don't need anything for this exercise if you don't want. We're gonna take the ball behind our right knee. And if you need to grab onto something, feel free to do that. If you have a chair or a mantle or anything like that around, we're gonna lift the leg up as high as feels comfortable for you. If you are not using a chair for balance, take the hands to the hips, or you can bring them to a T. And we're just gonna start by lifting the leg up and down. Good, so keeping the chest open, shoulders down and back. And what I don't want to have happen here is I don't want you to sink into your supporting leg. So I want you to stay nice and lifted. Try not to do this. If you are leaning, take the leg a little lower because we are gonna work on building strength in those abductor muscles, which are so important for everyday movement. Okay, let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, little circles with the arms to the front. Can you lift out of your hips? Good, 3, 2, and 1. Taking that circle to the back. Nice, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice big circle. Take the ball out from under you, and we're gonna take it behind the left knee. Bring it up, hands on hips, take a hold of something, or bring the arms out to a T. We're gonna lift and lower. Press those shoulders down and back. Open the chest, close the ribs. Nice, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, little circles with the arms to the front. So by holding the ball here, we are actually activating our hamstring muscle. So the muscle that runs along the back of our leg. If your ball is running away from you, no worries at all. You can do this whole thing without it. Circling the arms in the other direction. Good, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that ball out from under you. Nice work, and we're gonna make our way down to a seated position. So taking a comfortable seat on your mat. And we'll just do a few arm exercises, so grab onto your weights. Just be mindful that when you are in this seated position that you're not sinking into your sits bones like this. You're really lifted out of the hips, so you have a nice long spine instead of slouching. So if having your legs out long in front of you is more helpful, please take that version. Good, so we're gonna bring those arms out to a V, send the elbows in. Good, bring them out, in and out. So we can see our weights in our peripheral vision. And we feel our bodies getting a little taller each time. Beautiful, let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, holding those arms out. We're gonna open them a little wider. Crisscross, open, cross. Good, so again, activating those pec muscles. You can do this whole thing without your weights too. Just like this. Good, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Drawing those arms down and taking your weights off to the side. Nice work. Okay, so let's finish tonight in our quadruped position. So the position we started in. And we're just gonna start by rocking back onto our heels and then making a nice giant circle with the body. So I'm coming over to the right and around. So really making this a big, delicious movement. Good, 1 more this direction. Good, and then coming in the other direction. might feel a little different side to side. You can go slower or faster, whatever's feeling good for you. Okay, so let's take 3 more. 2. And 1. Good. Coming back to neutral pelvis. From here, we're going to take our weight into our left hand. Reach the right arm up and then thread the needle. So we'll thread all the way through, dropping our shoulder onto the mat, keeping the hips lifted. And just reaching as far as you can, whatever's feeling comfortable for you. Okay, let's unravel, taking that stretch on the other side. So planting right hand, reaching up with the left, threading through, dropping the shoulder if you can. Palm is facing up, hips are high. And we're coming back, planting the palms, tucking the toes. We're gonna hike the hips up. And from here, just pedaling out the feet one at a time, stretching out our calves in this inverted shape. Really drawing the heels down. Good, and then slowly, one foot at a time, start to walk it in. And then whenever you're here, bringing the hands halfway back. And just taking a passive forward fold, letting the head go. And shaking the head. Releasing any tension. And then even slower than you want to, start to roll back up. Restacking the vertebrae. Letting the arms hang. And then the head comes up very last. Good, and once we're here, we'll just finish with one final breath. So bringing your feet under hips and shoulders, bending at the knees very slightly, and then taking one big inhale, reaching the arms up, and exhale down. Just thank yourself for coming tonight. Thank you for making this time to be good to your body and to move for an hour. It was a pleasure teaching you. I hope you enjoyed tonight's class.
Thanks so much. Good night.
You're welcome. Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See ya.